What's going on? What's going on?
Can we just talk about the challenge of this Atlanta offense? It looks a little different than what you guys have been up against so far.
Yeah, I mean they just run a bunch of different personnels. Their receivers, their threats are really big, so that's something we also have to account for. And then also they have a running quarterback as well, so you have to account for that part of the offense as well.
Greg, have you seen Miles yet today?
Yes, I have.
And just your thoughts on was it a relief to see him and just with how crazy this week has been and everything?
Oh, for sure. I mean, I'm just glad he's okay. Take his time getting back, and yeah, we're definitely happy to see him.
And another question too, in practice, what's it like to go up against Amari Cooper every single day? I mean, it's got to help you guys a lot on defense.
I mean, he's arguably the best route runner in the NFL. So going against him every single day, it definitely helps us and it prepares us for any type of receiver.
Greg, how did Miles look today? How did he seem? What was his demeanor, and what was maybe the exchange that you two had?
I mean, he looked happy just to be able to see us all again, and I just told him I love you. I'm glad you're here. So we'll definitely be there for him, whatever he needs, and can't wait for him to get back healthy.
Greg, what are the challenges of going against someone like with Kyle Pitts and Drake London, going against those big receivers?
Yeah, I mean, it's just going to be something you have to be able to challenge at the catch point. Luckily, we go against big receivers and like Chase Claypool and George Pickens, so we've been able to see some of those bigger receivers. But you just have to be physical with them. They're big receivers, but you have to be able to challenge at the catch point.
How the communication you feel like get better against Pittsburgh from what it was a couple days earlier?
I mean, we're just talking to each other, communicating. Like I said, I don't think it's at 100%, but we are able to, limit some of those, big mistakes that we've had, and we're just going to try to continue to get better each week.
There's a tight end like Pitts that can line up outside and they kind of move him all around. Like, do you treat him like a normal tight end, or do you treat him like a receiver?
He's a special player, so you can't treat him like a normal tight end. You can't treat him like a receiver. He's one of those guys, that can do it all. So you got to, have a, game plan for him and be ready to, combat whatever he does.
Yeah, you're a bigger sized cornerback in your own right, but these guys are bigger than that. Do you have a preference? Would you rather cover the short, little quick guys or the big physical guys?
I really don't care. I think that's one of my abilities that I can cover small. I'm quick enough to cover small guys, and I'm big enough to cover those big guys. So I don't really have a preference.
What about the challenges of you guys yesterday having 5 defensive starters sidelined with injuries and kind of heading into this game not knowing what the deal's going to be?
I think we showed that last year. Our starting secondary only played probably 5 games together, and we've had a lot of, backups in there ready to play. So our backups are always preparing like starters. So, I don't think it's going to be any issue. Obviously, it's going to be young. It's going to be a new unit, but, those guys have been preparing to start the whole season. So I don't really see a challenge in it at all.
Is this the best group of receivers that you've faced so far this season, would you say?
They're definitely up there. They have a lot of talent. Like I said, they're big guys. When you add Kyle Pitts and the rookie Drake London, then they got some other guys who can roll. So they're definitely a really good group of receivers.
When you're potentially missing a bunch of guys like that, do you take anything more on yourself if a guy like Denzel isn't going to be out there?
I definitely more so as like a leadership role. When you're missing guys like Miles, like obviously you can't replace a Miles Garrett. Like there's not too many of him in the NFL. He's one of one. So you definitely have to combat some of that leadership quality that he brings. So that's something I kind of try to do. But no, at the end of the day, when you do your job, we'll win the game. So I don't try to be Superman and do anything different that I've been doing. I'm just gonna stick to what I've been doing and try to be more of a vocal leader.
Is there any change in mindset? Like you have to be prepared as a defense to give up more yards because you're just missing some of the guys. Then it might happen, but you have to be able to bounce back from that.
Yeah, we're definitely not prepared to. I wouldn't necessarily say give up more yards, but when you're versing a Myles Garrett, you might have 3 of their guys blocking him. So now it's going to be more one-on-one blocks and things like that. I feel like this game. So we're definitely not prepared to give up more yards at all. I think we'll still be fine. You just obviously have to combat in different ways to rush when you don't have a Myles Garrett out there that can really disrupt the whole entire game.
Denzel played the whole entire game, and then he showed up on the injury report. Obviously, didn't practice yesterday. Did you know that he was hurting at all during the game, or that anything had happened?
No, I really didn't know. Yeah, he's just on the injury report, obviously, but he's taking his time, and hopefully we'll have him on Sunday.
Was he in the new Northwestern Stadium? You see it?
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Your alumni dollars, right?
Yeah, I know. So, nah, it's beautiful, though. I like it.